What is up, you guys? This is Vefy, and today I'm going to be bringing you a Morgana gameplay on League of Legends. Now, I'll show you how the character works so that you're not confused, and then hopefully you guys will check out the link in the description if you don't know how to play League, and it will show you. I'll also send you guys a link to sign up. So with that being said, this is a 30-minute gameplay broken down, or 50 into 13 minutes. So, the first ability she has is Dark Binding, and it's a skill shot that's a snare that holds you down up to 3 seconds at max ability. Her second one is Tormented Soil, which damages anyone that's stepping on it per second. And her third one is, and this is one of my favorites in the game, is Black Shield. Whenever she puts the shield on, she absorbs magic damage and also can counter spells in general. And her last ability is Soul Shackles. That's her ult, and it tethers people, and then once it finally locks in, it stuns them. So now on to the gameplay, or the laning phase. I start with the Doran's Ring so that I can get mana back every time I last hit a minion, which is what I'm going to be focusing on anyways for the first 3 levels. I pretty much spend most of my time CSing to try to get mana back and making even trades with TF as you seen right there. Anytime he trades with me, I'll trade with them back, but for the most part, I'm going to focus on getting any type of CS that I can, and as well as harassing him when I get the chance. So for instance right there, I catch him with the snare just to kind of let him know that I do exist. So as we move on into the laning phase, this is around level 4. I've been making a couple of trades with TF. There hasn't been a first blood left yet, and I'm not looking for anything aggro, but TF gets the smart idea to engage on me. Now, he's going to wait for his stun card to come up here in a second, which is his yellow card. And when he does that, he flashes in to try to make a play. Now, when this happens, I'm quick enough to pop my spell shield, hit him with an ignite, trade with the Dark Binding, and flash out, killing him and barely surviving. Now, we'll watch that in slow-mo so that you guys can get a better idea of what happened. TF sees me, he flashes in, and it would have been a good play if I didn't react almost instantly with my spell shield, blocking him and countering it. He ignites me, which pretty much dots me down, and then I ignite him back here in a second. He's taking minion aggro, so I hit him with the Q, he takes more minion aggro, and at that point all I gotta do is flash out to secure the kill, dropping him and pretty much making me first blood master of the lane. So now, once again, I go ahead and get ready to B. I'm thinking I'm gonna back, and Lee Sin sees how low I am here in about around 10 seconds, and goes to make his move. So I'm literally about to leave right now, and I see Lee Sin, and I'm just like, yo, Frex, jump in on this, and he's the Maokai, who roots him, and we pick up a second kill. So it's a really good start for me in lane. And at the end of this game, I think I get like around 20 kills, but I don't show them all because some of them are non-eventful. I try to keep to the highlighted clips, because once again, this is a 50-minute gameplay. And I go back and I think I buy a catalyst. Yeah, I do. Because it sustains me in lane and makes her tanky, and it's just a wonderful item when you're ahead anyways. So as the game is going on, I catch TF slipping right here. I put a Tormented Soil where he has to run and ignite him so that he has to run through it or directly trade with me, which gets him killed and me my third kill. And I'm pretty much at this point snowballing TF, so as the game rolls on even more, I take that time to decide to roam. And what roaming is simple. It's basically leaving your mid lane to go gank other lanes or do things like that. But before we do that, I completely forgot, we catch an uncontested dragon because of the fact that we had dropped them a little bit out of the game. And they can't really come fight for it because there's really no way to when we're ahead of them right now. So as the game moves on this time, which is what I was talking about, I go to roam, and when I get down there, I start a pretty big party. My whole objective is that I'm wanting to get down there before they can back off and pick them off, because I know that the drag isn't warded, and from what my teammates told me, neither is the bush I'm going into. So I come around the back, and I'm going to keep going into these little LOL replays so you can see kind of a better way of what it looks like. And I shoot my Dark Binding off at the Ashe, which is the girl with the arrow, and catch her with the Q. Well, once that happens, it's time to make the plays. So I pretty much drop the Tormented Soil on her so that she can sit inside it and lose lots of health, because I'm pretty fed at this point for being early game. So then at this point, Kennen ults, and he's going to go in and stun most of the people with this ult. And I'm going to follow it up in a second, but right now I've hit, my Tormented Soil, they're all stuck on, and then I wait for his stuns to run out to activate mine. And now I've got my ult going off, which has got me a double kill. And we pretty much got our entire team making plays down here, so TF tries to follow up a little bit late and teleport in, but it turns out to be a bad idea because even though he stuns me, whenever I get unstunned, I've got so much more ahead of him that the damage I can drop instantly drops him, giving me the triple kill. And this is just one of the reasons that I absolutely love Morgana. It's because she can gank out of range, and I love it. So basically, I come down there again to try to see if I can make another play a little bit later on in the game. Ward in the top to try to see if I can see anyone. We've taken their turret, and I really, at this point, am wanting to get the game moving into another team fight. So I try to catch the nearest one that I can, which is right here. I hit my chains off again with my ult, and snare down a couple of people, but they're all really high escape characters except Taric. So Taric's going to bite the dust as soon as I shoot that into the bush. And once again, when you're dealing with characters that have high mobility like Lee Sin, or anything along the lines like that, you will have moments like that happen, but if I could have hit any of my skill shots, then we would have been able to get the kill. So we catch Taric here out of place as well again. We catch him out of place a couple of times, and because of that kill that we just get right now, I ignited him and counted down the tick so we didn't have to chase him down. We're able to pick up a free dragon. And dragons in this game are very important because multiple dragons equal more money for your team. Your entire team gets 175 gold. So when you start stacking multiple dragons that are uncontested, you start getting insane advantages. And as you can see, I mean, we've already got a pretty nice advantage, but you won't get to see this during the game, but they make a lot of good counterplays. I just didn't think there was enough time to fix it, to put it in the video and still have it reasonably watchable for you guys, considering most of you don't play League. So right here, TF gets caught out of place. I hit him with a Dark Bind, and he tries to do something about it, but I mean, he can't. I am a little way too ahead of him at this point. And the more kills you get in this game, in case, I don't know if I said this before, but the more kills you get in this game, the stronger you become. And I am getting a lot of kills, but they're making good counterplays, but for the most part, in these highlights, like I said, I'm making a lot of plays myself, and because of that, we're able to completely dominate the early game. So we're going to steal their blue buff. We pretty much own their jungle, and Jace is trying to steal it back, so he's going to shoot a ball to try to stop me, but we still get it anyways. Now, this is a key moment right here. I see an opening and shoot my snare down the bush, and when that happens, I just flash in and go in to chain as many people as I can down. The reason that I do this is so my team can also get in as well, which Spedfall is in with the crescendo, stunning them down, and we actually kill them before our Kennen can even show up to drop his ult and damage anyone. So it was a pretty nice play, and my FPS is a little messed up right now. I haven't actually figured out what's causing it to do this because my older computer didn't give me these problems, and it's actually worse than what I have now. I have a really good laptop, but there's something I'm doing wrong that's causing my FPS to mess up in teamfights when it's recording, not when I'm actually playing. So if anyone knows a fix to that, let me know, please. That'd be great. So we take out the mid turret, and with the mid turret being pushed out, we want to take as much as we can from their jungle and put as much pressure as we can mid lane, considering it's one of the best lanes that have pushed down and the easiest to push. But we go ahead and go for the first Baron because there's just not much they can do about it. We're ahead of them in kills. We're ahead of them in gold, and they know that I am extremely fed and can pretty much murder their entire team. So we take this free objective, and it's one of the biggest objectives, and it is the biggest objective in the game, next to Dragon. The Baron gives us all 300 gold and a complete utility set of buffs. So with that being said, I mean, getting those are mad important. And now that we've got jungle control, I'm warding up and making sure that they can't really do much about us taking these objectives. We're taking dragons and barons for free like crazy, and there's not much they can do about that, but they do have a great tower defense, so we haven't been able to push them hard. Now, what's going on right here is I'm trying to make sure that we can get the free dragon, so I'm staying in the way to make sure they can't even think about it. And I actually can't see over the wall. So what happens here is all based on reaction, because I turn the corner and their entire team's right there, and I'm like, oh shit. So I'm going to go back a little bit and kind of give you a slow-mo rundown of that. So I turned the corner, didn't know they were all there, and I put my spell shield on myself and give them the soul shackle and hold them all down for us to make the plays. Now, Frex throws down his ult so that we take less damage, and we kind of get a good cleanup system going off there, but once again, Jace can give his entire team insane mobility, so he gives their team a speed buff to kind of get out of there, and he's splitting up on purpose to make sure that we can't hunt both of them down. So it's just pretty much up to us to catch that Lee Sin. So I throw a Q at him and hit him with it, and we just gotta let the Jace go, because we're not gonna catch him. Now that's alright, because like I said, we got 2 kills out of there and didn't lose anybody. So it's a great play to happen, and a testament to, once again, why I just love Morgana. She's awesome. So a Terra gets caught out again, and because of that we get a free kill, and that's not it. We're also going to get a free inhibitor because their support isn't there to do much about it. So we push the lane up, and Ashe is like, I think I'm going to do something about it, but then she kind of puts 2 and 2 together. Probably shouldn't do anything against a 5-man team. Meanwhile, Jace is still kiting at us, which is causing a huge problem. And everybody from their enemy team comes back just in time for Ashe to hit us with her arrow, which stuns everybody. And we get a turret, but we don't get the second one because, once again, they have the utility to counter pretty much everything we've got to offer, and make some plays themselves. So we still do kill them, and we still come out ahead in the fight, but I think I actually end up dying here because this TF, I just can't hit him with a skill shot. His abilities auto-lock on me, and I have to actually manually hit mine, which is what makes my character harder for these type of situations. So I get completely outplayed right there. And Spev jumps on the altar and almost kills himself as well. So we were going to pick up this turret right here, but we don't because they all spawn to do something about it, and we end up having to get out. So when we get out, we respawn, we go to take the Baron. Their lanes are too pushed to do anything really about it. So it's pretty much a free Baron, and it's hard for them to do something with all these minions pushing into their base and stopping them from being able to actually leave the base. And it's on almost uncontested Baron. I mean, they put a ward down, they probably would have went for the steal, but they can't do anything. So we B, and then we get ready for the final push. We buy all the items we need, and we start to go down into the lane, mid lane, and get ready for the final push. And they know it, they know what's about to happen. We have a Baron buff, we have too much money, and they've done great at countering us, but this is pretty much where it ends. So I'm moving in with a Tormented Soil to kind of provide like a line you can't walk across while clearing out the CS. And pretty much I catch Lee Sin with the snare, which is just going to define this game's end, because there isn't much you can do about that 3-second snare. It's insanely powerful, but it's hard to hit against people that know how to dodge it. So we use this time to push out the inhib, push out the turrets, and make sure that they can't do anything to defend the base themselves. And this is GG. This is the end of the game. All we have to do is drop the inhib and move it up. So I hope you guys enjoyed this gameplay. It's something a little different, and it's not a live comment, it's a commentary with a little bit of, you know, it's a legit commentary. So I hope you guys enjoyed it. I'll probably do a live com like I did of the Misfortune Massacre one next, or just, I don't know, something goofy. Tell me what you guys think of this type of one, and otherwise that, have a great day.